SpongeBob hummed happily, flipping Krabby Patties at the Krusty Krab. Work was good, Squidward grumbled nearby, but SpongeBob didn't mind. A delicious smell filled the air. Orders up, SpongeBob sang, placing a steaming patty on the counter. Suddenly, a newspaper fluttered through the door. It landed face down right next to the Krabby Patty. SpongeBob peered at the headline. Legalization debate rages on, it read. SpongeBob scratched his head. What did legalization mean? He flipped the paper over. The article was about seaweed snacks. Apparently, some fish wanted to make a certain kind of seaweed snack legal, while others thought it was dangerous. SpongeBob gasped. They want to outlaw kelp crisps? He cried. Squidward rolled his eyes. Not this again, he muttered. But SpongeBob was already on a mission. He loved kelp crisps. He had to do something. SpongeBob grabbed a handful of napkins and scribbled down a message. Join me, fellow fish. We must fight for our right to kelp crisps. SpongeBob raced through Bikini Bottom, his napkin signs flapping in the current. He had to rally everyone. First stop, Patrick's Rock Patrick! We need to protest! SpongeBob shouted, waving a sign. Patrick blinked slowly. Protest? Is that a new kind of snack? SpongeBob explained the situation. They want to take away our kelp crisps, he cried. Patrick gasped. Not kelp crisps, he exclaimed. Those are my favorite. Next, SpongeBob visited Sandy. She was busy working on a complicated invention. Sandy, we need your scientific knowledge for the protest, SpongeBob urged. Sandy raised an eyebrow. Protest? About what? SpongeBob explained about the kelp crisps. Sandy listened patiently. Well, SpongeBob, she said, I'm not sure protesting is the answer, but I'll support your right to voice your opinion. SpongeBob beamed. He had his best friends by his side. Together they would make a difference. The day of the protest arrived. SpongeBob had blown up dozens of colorful balloons. He even convinced Squidward to lend them his clarinet for a protest song. This is it, everyone! SpongeBob announced, his voice trembling with excitement. Let's show them what we stand for! Patrick held up a sign that read, Honk if you love kelp crisps, upside down. A car drove by, honking loudly. Patrick cheered. It's working, he shouted. Suddenly, SpongeBob tripped over a stray balloon string. He went tumbling forward, crashing into Squidward. The clarinet flew into the air, landing with a loud clang. The crowd of fish looked on in confusion. SpongeBob stood up, dusting himself off. Sorry folks, he stammered. Technical difficulties. As the protest went on, SpongeBob noticed something strange. The fish around him weren't talking about kelp crisps. They were talking about other things. Things SpongeBob didn't understand. What's a referendum? He whispered to Patrick, who shrugged. SpongeBob listened closely to the other fish. They were passionate about all sorts of issues. Clean water, fair wages, even the right to wear novelty hats. SpongeBob had never thought about these things before. He realized his protest wasn't just about kelp crisps anymore. It was about something bigger. It was about the right to speak up and be heard. Wow, SpongeBob whispered. There's so much I don't know. He still loved kelp crisps, but now he knew there was more to life than snacks. He had a lot to learn, and he was excited to start.